There we go. Alrighty, I'll let that load for a second while I get a notification from my, what do you call it? Facebook, hopefully. Come on. There we go. Facebook sometimes gives me that notification, and today's one of them days. So I can just hit that share button real quick. Like, I'm not going to do a whole bunch, but there will be some sharing nonetheless, just because, why not? Why not? It's better to share because sharing is in fact caring. There we go. Ra, how you doing? Da, 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 da. There we go. Back over here for a second. Great American morning to you out there. What is going on, folks? Today, I have got a little bit of everything to choose from, at least from our cigars. 5 a.m. people are still tearing out there. I don't know if you could hear that, but not just someone just right down the road, right down the road. I don't know if I'm gonna be lighting up this morning, depending on how long we go, but I think my guest or my host will be on with me in just a moment. I'm thinking I want to start the day off with something a little heavier though. And I have here the Trust the Process. Definitely heavier. It is our San Andreas wrap cigar with a Dominican Piloto binder, Pennsylvania Lajero, Cameroon, and Dominican fillers. So if some of you are interested in, David, how you doing? John, how's it going? Great American morning to you. That might be something to check out. I know I will be right in just a little bit. Let's see. We got some news for the morning, and not all of it super good. Let's see. Sea levels continue to rise across the globe, including in Florida. Well, that's actually not that bad. Little bits of Florida can turn into like islands and stuff. I guess might bring up property values in certain areas. I don't know. No, that's a joke. No laughing matter to lose land. All right, not even to Mother Nature itself. Melissa's clothing brand new 16-year-old daughter content on Instagram. Wait. Yeah, Mel should be here in just a little bit. So hopefully, let me see if I'm going to go back to the screen. I'm texting her right now. Sorry, guys. So there we go. Let's see. If not that, then I might go Sumatra. I don't know yet. Nope. Delete all this. What the heck? Oh, gosh, dang it. Sorry about that. I'm trying to text Mel right now, but it turned on the text to speak, and it was just getting everything I was saying, and it was going to send it to her. So that's not going to help. But the other option I'm thinking right now is the League of Assassins. Something I haven't had in the last couple of days, so that might be option B right there. So our option 1 and 2. So we'll just wait and see how that turns out. And we'll go over to here, turn that back on. ... Come on. There we go. Okay, that's running. This morning, guys, not a whole lot. Nope, not frozen. Okay, this morning, I just wanted to make sure I have my, what do you call it, my phone on the side of me over here just to check the stream. It lets me see comments sometimes a little bit faster, too. So if you are commenting from whenever or wherever, whatever platform you decide to watch on, I try to check it out as quickly as I can, whether it's on the phone or on StreamYard. But for some reason, StreamYard decides to have a delay after the delay. Not exactly helpful. Not exactly helpful there, StreamYard. So, okay. The video originally shared and edited. So, news for today: TSA agent caught rough handling bomb sniffing dog. That's terrible. A bomb sniffing dog already has like the worst job to begin with. There, you're not looking for treats. And then, all right, there we go. We will have our co-host in just a moment. No worries, no worries. And while we wait for her, what are you guys up to? What is the mood of the day? How is life been treating everybody out there? Get that on. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see. Yeah, just waiting on her at the moment. So hopefully you guys will stay with me for just a little bit longer while we wait. No big deal. Whilst do we do that? Stranger Things being delayed. So let's see. Yeah, the Writers Guild strike still going on strong. I wonder how long that will last. I haven't really looked a whole lot into it, other than I know that just percentage wise, the price or the cost of writers has been diminished. If you think about it, like they make a decent amount of money, but comparatively speaking to the area they are, usually in, especially for the LA area and those writers out there. Byron, how you doing? Great American morning to you, brother. Um, I will type this in. WGA strike wants. Let's see. Use the wants. Let's see. Nope, that's not gonna help. My goodness. No worries. Um, come on. Bing is not my most reliable source, and for some reason, what is going on here? It is one of those mornings, guys. I apologize. But for those tuning in, yes, we will be talking about some WGA news as well as something found. Let's see what the headline is. Mysterious gray blob found on the beach is identified by scientists as extremely rare creature. Creature itself, what the heck is that thing? I have no idea, but it's out of Santa Barbara, which is not that far from me. So that's great. That's always what you'll want to see. What do striking Hollywood writers want? Look at the demands. Increased pay, obviously. I mean, at the moment you're seeing a really big switch in the industry from, those tentpole movies and then a couple of little ones throughout the years. And all the writers who are working on those can make a decent amount, especially comparatively speaking to what the movies themselves are going to make. But now you have so many streaming platforms, the internet itself, leading to so many different ways, comparatively speaking, from just, say, 10 years ago. It is a whole different landscape. And this is, what do you call it? Perfect example right here. The proliferation of streaming. Pay for most writers down. 10 years ago, 33% of TV writers were paid the minimum. Right now, according to WGA, 40% are. According to inflation, or accounting for inflation, writers' pay has declined 14% in the last 5 years, and the median weekly writer-producer pay is down 23% in the last decade. So if you are looking at, if you put the inflation to the side right there, just the part where it's down 20-some percent, 23%, I don't think a lot of people will be too happy with your income going down a third, or excuse me, a fourth in this case. Over 5 years. That's a very difficult pill to swallow for, I think, anybody. So I am understanding on why they would not be too thrilled with their current state of pay. I know I wouldn't be. I would be very upset about that. Better residuals, obviously. Staffing requirements, that is an interesting one. Shorter exclusatory deals, that's also a difficult thing. When you get locked into some of these, year-long, 2-year-long contracts, you can only work for a certain person in any industry. That can be very difficult and detrimental. And you add that along with the less pay, it's just not going to end up well for anybody out there. Is what it is. It really is. But the one that I don't see, being of any consequence, not because it's not going to have an effect on writers or creatives or anybody out there. If you are doing any kind of work that's not straight manual labor, the reassurance against AI is not something tenable. It just isn't. It is the wave of the future. It's already here. It's here to stay. I don't know what we can do to stop that. I don't think anybody does, because they're literally trying to put in safeguards in the writing that, hey, you can't replace us with AI. Yeah, you can. That's just, it's going to happen. Like hell, even manual labor jobs. There are already a couple McDonald's out there and a couple other buildings or businesses that are service based businesses, mainly food, I think, where it's all mechanical, all robots. And to think that they're going to switch off the robots because someone signs a deal, they're not going to sign that deal. Lord knows I wouldn't. I mean, you're talking about something that works for the cost to keep it on and a much cheaper system of keeping them up to date and working, versus a couple of employees who cost, time, money, management time, supervising time, human error, insurance, everything else under the sun that goes along with hiring people. The robots are gonna win. Yeah, I feel bad because I don't know a solution to any of that. I don't think anybody really does, which is why sorry, no worries, Byron, no worries. There's no easy way around the problem. And it's not even really a problem, because that's kind of what we've been eyeing for a long time. I mean, why did machines get made in the first place if not to make work easier? And it's just now becoming a problem because it's part of work that people want to do, and even now don't have to do. Like, regardless of what we say, you don't have to make movies. We don't have to do that. It is a want. And as much as art is, I think, necessary, not all art survives the way we want it to. I mean, there's not a whole lot of clamoring for calligraphy. There's not a whole lot of operas being written nowadays. It's much different. There are no longer, this was like in the Middle Age or the medieval times. There's not 6 weeks long plays that are happening that are depicting certain parts of the Bible, or different saints' stories of their life and ending. It's not the same world anymore. Oh, excuse me. Oh. But that doesn't mean that new and more inventive things aren't coming along. Just as oil painting fell to the side, photography was on the rise. Just because we don't have silent film actors anymore doesn't mean we don't have actors. And just because something changes in our technology doesn't mean it won't also increase what else we can do. So AI is not exactly the end all be all I think people are thinking it's going to be, as far as the creative work, but it will definitely change how things are done. I can fully see that. Let me hear you guys' opinion on it. What other aspects besides just the creative sector are going to take a hit from this AI technology? I don't see it stopping there. I see anything being a victim to it. Oh, excuse me. Oh. And by victim of it, I don't mean in a sinister dystopian future way. I just mean there's going to be less jobs for people out there. If this video I watched, it's old now, but it's called Humans Need Not Apply. You can look it up on YouTube. It's a very wonderful breakdown of automation. A little scary, in fact, a little daunting as far as a task goes that we have to overcome, because there was no answers in there. It was just what's going to happen, how is it happening, and why it's already happening with automation. And automation across the board. I'm not just talking AI in this situation. I'm talking jobs that we can completely replace with automated robots and automated systems. And one of the biggest ones was the transportation industry. Trucks and smaller parts like that. Hey, Billy, how you doing? Great American morning to you, brother. Starting with trucks and then working your way down to smaller and smaller vehicles for um, human transportation, emergency vehicle evacuation, all the way down to driving, mail from one spot to the next, even inside the warehouse where they distribute it. All of that can be automated, and that takes away. I want to say they said like 10% of jobs in the world, transportation based, and that is insane. Can you imagine? One day they're like, "Hey, we've got these machines, and in 10 years rollout, we're going to be 10% less jobs on the planet." Or maybe say 9%, because you're going to need people to be able to work on those machines, work on the coding, supervising where everything goes, stuff like that. But you're definitely not going to need the same amount of people, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Definitely needed water this morning. Oh my goodness. I was going to make coffee, but I was like, no, you need water. Oh, I feel dry. I feel very dry. Um, oh my gosh, I totally lost my train of thought. I apologize. Oh no. Um, it really is a scary thought, and I think we're seeing just one of the first avenues of where these lines are being drawn. Writers are increasingly concerned that the producers will use artificial intelligence to write scripts or at least fill in the blanks on unfinished screenplays. The fast advancing technology has potentially widespread ramifications for Hollywood, and in some cases may be a useful tool. But the WGA wants production companies to agree to safeguard around these uses. I guess safeguard isn't bad. AI, it's simply a mechanical thing. It doesn't have creativity, heart, or passion. So the labor jobs out there that are repetitive, AI will fill those needs, in my opinion. I agree with that as well. I think it's much more likely that we'll see a big jump in repetitive work and manual labor, because robot power is already better than human power. It doesn't get tired, doesn't really need breaks, does require obviously fuel and energy and maintenance, but we also do, like you can't work for 10 hours and expect not to need some kind of rest and recuperation. While a robot or, a machine, basic machine, you stop it after 10 hours, you check on it, make sure everything's good, make sure its oils levels are good, make sure uh, all the gears and pieces are working. It's going to keep going. It's going to be fine. We're not that same way. Sometimes we don't even know what's wrong with us. We're just sore. We're just achy. Um, we just pulled a muscle. We don't really know how. So much can go wrong. We're very, I don't want to say fragile creatures, because we also can deal with a lot, but we are very complex. It's a much more complex robot or a machine a human is than, say, the what would be a good example? The robots that do the work on cars. Okay, the assembly line robots that are excuse me, attaching things from one side to another. I think we're a little bit better than those, just a little bit at least. But that also means we break down a lot easier. I feel like those probably would outlast a human doing the same job by decades. Decades. Oh, excuse me. But unfortunately, creative work is already being taken by said AI. Um, they just had I want to say it was a, a cover artist mixed with an AI, kind of like a chat bot, kind of like that chat GBT going around, but it was before that. Write a Kurt Cobain song, write a Nirvana song, and then the sound alike, the cover artist sang those lyrics, and it was devastatingly close to the same thing. Like it was eerily close. And then they just had, I want to say, Biggie sing someone else's lyrics because they were able to plug it into a software, and it sounded like it would be a Biggie song. So that's a very creative thing right there. Oh my goodness. Excuse me one second, guys. I apologize for this. There we go. Oh man, my allergies are getting to me this morning, guys. I apologize. But again, it's not all bad news. Like it said, it can be a very useful tool. You can bounce ideas off of somebody who's not in the room with you. Um, you can use it to research stuff. I mean, Chat GBT can scour the internet for you while you plug in stuff for whatever endeavor you might have. It's been known. I want to say that it already did pass the bar with like a 90% pass rate, which is pretty good. Pretty good. It is, but it's not because it doesn't. It is, but it's not because it doesn't mean anything to the AI entity creating it. So I don't know in the long run that it's going to be able to be creative like a human. In my thought, that is a good point too. That is definitely interesting right there, because to the software, is that creativity or just programming? It's not the same. It's not as heartfelt. Are you going to get you can pump out a whole bunch of sound alike, like I just said, that sounds very close, that sounds decent, that sounds, passable, but then you make it creative. That just makes it interpretation. Oh, and there we go. This crazy lady right here. I'm gonna bring her on screen. Just give me that thumbs up whenever you're ready. Perfect. Yay.
I mean, good morning. Great American morning.
Great American morning. Love to see you. Love the hat too. Very bright. I like that.
It's a Tampa Bay, baby. You know what I mean?
That is, yeah. That's my city right there.
And then, of course, okay, it's still morning time. La, da, da, da.
Looks good. I love it. I love it.
Yes, I, we stayed up too late last night. Shooting the chit in IG.
Nice, nice. What do you call it? I caught that for just a moment because my phone was dying. At the end of the day, I can never find a friggin' charger in my life. But I did get the message. I got the memo. I will be free Friday. Don't worry. I will clear the schedule.
Yay! That's
Yes, I will
my man
be.
right there. I love it. And I heard that you guys, my ears are burning last night. You guys were having a nice little chat with 505 review guy, Danny.
Yeah, yeah. Frankie and him set that up a little while ago, and I was like, heck yeah! Of course I want to be on there. I love that guy. Um, and he thinks that we do a good job, so I appreciate that. Even if he's lying to us, so it's all good.
I don't know. You know, it's a thought process, and we always have to be scared when Danny starts thinking. So maybe we should be scared for all of you.
Oh no, no! If he continues thinking the way he does, I'm gonna agree nonstop. It's not gonna happen, or it's not gonna change. But great American morning to you. Yes, I'm glad to see you. Yeah, you guys did a really good job last night on that. Oh, hey, boom! That's what I got right
Hey,
here.
you got one this morning too. Is that lit?
No, I did not light up right now. I'm actually gonna have to go to the doctor's in like 3 hours. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to be smelling like smoke when I go over there. So I'm like debating.
I give all my doctor. How do you think I get away with my medical bills? It's all cigars. I just hand them cigars.
That's genius.
Doctors, lawyers, they love cigars. So I'm just kidding.
Hmm.
I
What do
wish
you
I
call it?
could.
Those are not bribes, by the way. Those are nice gifts.
The bribe is for me to come into the office. Then they just happen to get cigars.
That's a fair trade off. I like that. Oh my goodness. But yes, that is the Sumatra blend right there. That is a Sumatra wrapper over a Dominican Piloto binder, along with Cameroon, Dominican, and a little bit of Pennsylvania Ligero fillers. Three sizes. We have the Robusto 5x50, the Toro 6x54, and the Gordo 6x60 on that guy. Wonderful, wonderful stick.
Yes, indeed. Well, yeah, so I am excited about this Friday, and I do need your help, Miguel. First, we got to come up with our Zoom link. We got to get the Zoom link. And then, yes, I would just like to make sure that just in case I missed something or there's something out there that I'm not, I can make it better. I wanted your help.
I can do it. I'm down for that.
You are the pro. Now you have to tell Carlito that I did it all, but you do it. But we'll say that I did it, but you're gonna do
Oh, I can do. Yeah. Oh, easy, bro. No problem. That's like half my job. It's just
I'm
like
kidding.
behind the shadow stuff. It's all good. Yeah, we got this.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is why I work with you guys. I'm just kidding.
It's true.
But
Oh man.
actually, Frankie gave me another compliment last night.
What?
I know. I about fell out of my chair. Thank God I was on the boat because I'm not gonna fall out of that chair. Uh, he said I was lovely. See, is there another word for lovely? Because I think that's a joke. He's just kidding.
Lovely is a great word. What are you talking about? Lovely. Like the song "Isn't She Lovely"? That's a beautiful song. Um,
That's what it was. I think he was listening to that song and he just started singing it out loud.
no, I just kind of typed it in there, like, oh, this will work. Boom, boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Siri picked it up and said, "Isn't she lovely?"
That's not. That's not even a joke. Like when I was texting you a second ago, I accidentally hit the text to talk. Didn't look at my phone, and it got like half my conversation talking to the camera. And I look over, I'm like, what the hell's writing? And then I just see me typing all this to you, like, oh my gosh, she's gonna get so annoyed if that sends, because it was a bunch of nonsense at that point. It would make no sense for our conversation, and it was a bunch of random. I think I was talking about like the TSA agent being mean to a dog or something, like some little news bit that I found. Oh my
Oh my
gosh,
God, there was a TSA agent being. Did she used to work for United Airlines too?
maybe. And it was, yeah, we're talking about AI too. Byron and I were talking about that pretty well. But this excuse me, TSA agent was being rough with a bomb sniffing dog. You know, this poor little guy who's already got the worst job on the planet for a dog is now being treated like crap by this human, and it was very sad. So bad humans.
That's awful. Yeah.
And then yes, Byron, the AI conversation was it's a little sad because it's definitely leading us down a path that I think is good but also bad. It's all crazy.
What AI?
Yeah.
I mean,
The
AI run a business now, and if you need promos, and you don't even need copyright anymore. Literally, you can put whatever you do, ask your question into what is it called? Something chat.
Chat GBT.
Mm-hmm. And just voila. I think it's marvelous. There's plenty for humans to do, like torture dogs. I mean, obviously, they can do so many other things. Just go
But
ahead and let us have our words, our bios, our, explanations.
I, let me ask you this before we move back on to the subject. How well does dog torture pay? And I hope it's nothing. These bastards.
I mean, if you build it, you can get paid for it. You know what I mean?
If you build it, they will be tortured. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, woman. Oh no. Oh no. Oh.
But yeah, no, I think that there's plenty. You know what? We can't just, although if I had another daughter, which I will never do that, but thank God mine already has a career, so she's set. But if I was to have another, I would highly, highly suggest for them not to be writers.
It is a very, very niche industry. You're looking at like, oh, they make it sound like the guild is huge. The Writers Guild of America. Not everyone's going to get a living wage from writing. It's there's no economy that's based on movies. Okay, I'm sorry, Bollywood, Hollywood, none of it is just movies. There's money from other places. Oh my gosh, it is. Don't get me wrong. I love the movie industry. I love making films and I love writing, but you're setting yourself up for heartbreak if that's the only thing you want to do is one very specific thing like writing. It
Yeah.
is very difficult.
Not only that, I mean, you either have to be like a novelist, that actually like probably reads or probably writes fiction, and then you also have to. I mean, you could write. I mean, I guess you could be famous and then all of a sudden sell a book. There you go. Like that's another one. A
Well,
story of
yeah.
my. Although I'm sure that one day, if I get really bored, which that's rare, but if that was to happen, I could write a story of my life. But otherwise, I'm like, that was really boring. Why would I do that?
It could be very exciting. I think there would be some interesting stories in there.
Oh my God, would there be? There would be so many. That's the key. It would be like, I don't know, 1,000-page book. It would look like the Asulin book written by Carlito. It would be that big.
Oh, nice. Now, would you have artwork in it too? Like, oh, this chapter of my life needs a good painting right here.
Oh yeah, since that spawned from me, you know what I mean? My spawn is an artist, so absolutely, I'll bring her in. I'll be like, come on, you have to illustrate my life. Although her illustrations of my life will probably be completely different from my illustrations from my life.
I think maybe a little bit, yeah, a little different lens right there.
Oh my God, that's too funny. Sorry, I
Oh,
made myself laugh. Uh,
I think that would be a very interesting book. And you're right, yeah. If you are constantly writing, you might do a good job, or you might make a good living. Like, oh, what is the author my mom loves so much? Danielle Steele.
right?
Uh,
Grissom.
yeah, but they write like a book a month. It's
Or you got to do
constant.
a motivational book or a self help book. You got to come
Both.
up with. It's got to be something that's definitely like. But I wonder how much. You know what? This AI chat thing is actually quite interesting. I'm intrigued. I think that I could come up with almost. We should start doing it. Actually, I think you need to bring it up. You know, you start bringing it up every morning. We type in a couple of keywords, and then we just see what it does.
I can do that right now. I've got it to the side of me here. Let me open this up. I actually been using it to research for a book that I have been working on, but it's more for the true crime stuff that I do, the research. Let me get this on screen. Hopefully I'm not revealing anything. Nope, nothing crazy.
Do
Gosh
you ever
dang it.
have like crazy nightmares, and then you decide to write those down as the storyline?
Yes, yes, I
Oh,
have. I actually have. Hey, 505. I know this guy.
look at
Yeah,
turn
I'll
your head
just
up, man.
what do you call it? If you guys want to recatch the recap from last night, I think you would enjoy it. I'm just saying. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I had a
I,
very good interviewer
I
ask
am
us questions.
I am definitely gonna check that out because
Nice,
I
nice.
heard you were chit chatting about me, so I know I need to go back and make sure.
Yeah, almost everything was very nice. Daniel was like, "Oh man, this chick again." Ugh. I was like, "Oh man." No, I'm just kidding. Not at all. Not at all like that. No, we were actually. He was talking about how he one of the moments he geeked out biggest was when he got to meet you for the first time. I thought that was really cool. Um, what do you call it? When we first started working together, that came up, and I know there was a couple other stuff, but it was all on the plus. It's all on the plus
That's,
side. Don't
of
worry.
course it is. I know. I just kidding, but no, I love it. I think it's awesome. I have to get my own interview in there somehow. I'm like, what?
What do you call? I know he wants you on there. That's 100%.
I know. I'm not too busy. I'm always available.
What do you call it?
But
I think that you are extremely busy and hardworking, but you just make time as well. I think that's the real situation. You make it
aw,
look easy.
I do make it look easy, probably because it comes quite easy.
It's like, well, the sunglasses help with the illusion of easy, all right? Because those are some sick sunglasses. I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna point that out.
Rastas, baby. I'm usually an all Ray-Ban kind of gal, but these were a beautiful gifts, and I'm digging them. I mean, they fit so nicely. You know, the sunglasses actually have different sizes.
What do you mean, like
Like
for
if
your
you go,
head?
yes, but also even like the lens and stuff. So if you go to Ray-Ban, you'll notice that some of the Ray-Bans are like really bigger, and then some of them are like smaller, and they're all aviators in my, you know, I only wear aviators mostly, and it's just like that's crazy. What?
Huh.
There's somebody in a boat already coming down the water lane.
what do you call it? Someone was drag racing behind me a second ago. I could hear it all the way to the street. It's just, where do they get the energy for this stuff?
I know. Maybe they never went to bed. If they're drag racing at 5 in the morning or 5:30 in the morning because it's in California, I'm a little scared that they might still be drunk from the night before.
That honestly, that's a very big possibility. People are dumb. It's very upsetting. Don't drink and drive out there, okay? That's one of like, ugh. Don't. There's no need. There's no need anymore. There's never been a need.
There's really not. I mean, you've got Ubers, you got Lyfts, you got friends, you got colleagues. You also got the concrete sidewalk to just lay down and go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got a back seat, pass out. You'll be fine.
Don't pass out in the front seat though. I've heard that as a no-no.
No, a friend of mine is still dealing with that situation actually. For that exact reason you just said, sitting in the front seat, he got a DUI. He was nowhere near the road. He was in a parking structure, like in the second story.
But shouldn't that be like a DUI? Parked
I thought that's an excellent point. It might be a joke, but it's also true. Driving it like they stole it because they did. That actually sounds about right as well for Bakersfield. Oh my gosh, Byron, that's unfortunately true right now. California is going crazy, and it's very upsetting. There's these things called takeovers, where a bunch of kids are driving their cars recklessly on intersections, and they will shut down at night. Usually at night, like around midnight to 2:00. There'll just be a huge group of kids doing burnouts in the middle of the road. And one of them led to a group of like 150 kids and young adults rushing this poor gas station and just stealing everything, literally everything out of a convenience store / gas station. And this poor guy who works there sees a crowd of like 100 people running at him. He just stepped out of the way. I mean, there's nothing left you can do. It's not worth his, life over that.
No, most people would say. I think most like owners and bosses would be like, just move out of the way. Don't put yourself. HR says, do not get involved.
Excuse me. Oh my god.
Man,
no, 100% true.
So I don't know what I did last night, but apparently I stubbed my toe. I mean, I remember what I did last night, but I didn't remember stubbing the toe. And so this morning I wake up and it's like throbbing. It's in my dreams. I literally dreamt that my toe hurt. That's how bad it hurts. And so this morning I'm like, that is real. Why is that real? I can imagine me stubbing my toe because I was wearing flip-flops last night. This is why I wear tennis shoes all the time. Because it's with no avail. I will definitely hurt myself.
Oh. Yeah, that is excuse me, that is a weird injury to not remember. So I'm curious. I am curious how that happened.
And it's the little pinky toe. Actually, I don't even feel like I stubbed it. It's like I'm like, what happened to you last night?
I think we know what happened. Melanie got drunk and stole a car and robbed a convenience store. And on her way out, she stubbed her toe. Boom.
Yep. And I also drifted, and nobody picked us up. And I just rode by Miguel's little suite right there, and that's what he heard.
That's some good timing, then. That's pretty fast. Like,
all right, I have a question. Random question. What is your favorite flavor of Doritos?
That is random. I like this question, though, because there's a million flavors out there.
Preface, though. This is my brain. So, the randomness is always not so random.
Oh, it's solid. Because this is literally like, for my birthday, we went to the Dodger game, right? And as a gift for the 2-hour ride, we're going over there and we stop at the park there to eat lunch with the family. My little brothers got me a bag of my favorite Doritos. It is salsa verde. Salsa verde Doritos are my favorite. Love those things.
Haven't tried that one.
Oh, they're good. Like growing up, it would be a full day, like 12, maybe 14 hours from morning till night of going to the river and fishing. Like that would be a summer thing. And it would just be a big bag of Doritos and a bunch of cold drinks. Doesn't matter what it was, water, Gatorade. So it doesn't, that didn't matter. But just if I have my bag of chips and something cold to drink, I could be out there for 10 hours straight, just walking up and down the river, finding new spots. Oh, that was the best.
Oh, I love it. That does sound like a great. I'm still an original Dorito fan. It is. I am the. I still dig the OGs. The what? I mean, I don't even know what they're called, but and if they're cheesier, I might even like that more. But
This is a good one right here too. There we go. I don't know why my comments were not showing up. There we
ooh,
go.
I've never
Jalapeno
seen
lime.
that. Now wait, are we talking corn chips or is this really a Dorito? Is this made by the brand Doritos?
I have not seen those, but it does not surprise me because Doritos has some crazy flavors out there, like ridiculous.
505. You know what? We can now start calling Daniel like too legit, too quick. Remember that back in the day? It was like, too
Quit.
legit, too quick, right? Now we can say
Yeah,
505.
yeah, it works too. It works really well, actually. Oh my god.
It is way too early for me to be up right now, so there you go. You guys are
What do
getting
you,
all of my morning madness.
what do you call it? But that was solid. That's not madness. That's genius disguised as madness.
This is how my brain works first thing in the morning. It is probably why I don't have a boyfriend.
You know what? That's on them. Then they can't handle that level of awesome. Then they go to the curb. All right, don't worry about that.
Right?
Um, Speaking of weird Doritos, though, I looked it up real quick. Craziest Doritos, and this pops up. Um, just I
Oh,
don't even know what flavor this is because it's in a different
what?
language, but
That
it looks devious.
it looks very devious. It almost looks like Frightmare devious. I have an idea. What if you could get your own bag of Doritos white label? So you got Doritos in the package, but on top of the package it says Miguel.
Oh, don't tempt me with my dreams, okay? I would
Right?
be, I would be so happy. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So he says the jalapeno lime art. Anthony Davis is on the cover. That's crazy. I should have seen that. I don't know why.
Do I am I supposed to know who Anthony Davis is?
He's a Laker. He's just a basketball player. He's good. He's good. He's not like the best ever, but he is definitely really good.
On a select few. On a
That's
select.
true. You have to have like level 9 clearance in the government to be that awesome. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works, but I know there are requirements.
Oh my lord! Yes, you definitely need a key for that. Okay, so make sure you guys wear your badges, wear your keys, because this is all locked up and secured. Because
Well,
they won't let me out of my cage, and I swear there is a cage up there. So
so many images right now. I'm gonna let that one slide. I'm gonna let my mind not go crazy. Tom, how you doing? Great American morning to you, brother. Um, Shoot, I totally forgot what we were going to talk about too with the Chat GBT thing. So let me type that in again. Um, yeah, because what I was doing is it's a true crime book, and I wanted to break it down into states of serial killers to each area in each state of the United States. So I've literally been typing in preferences to our statements. Oh, you have delivery. See, that's just lucky. That's just lucky.
I know. Talk about spoiled rotten.
Worth it. Worth
It
it.
just came out of thin air,
Just oh, I want this. Snap the fingers, hand out, bam.
right? Right. Give me 1 second.
No worries, no worries.
To
But
grab
yeah,
my.
is anybody? Well, Mel does her thing real quick. Let me know if you're out there. If you have also kind of dabbled or played around on ChatGPT. I think it's a very like Mel put it. I think she put it best. It's a useful tool, and it really does make things a lot easier. There are so many tasks that before it was very difficult to do on your own. Now you have something that will scour the internet and create, maybe not create new, but it will create something that can help you move forward whatever problems you might be having. And I think that is an excellent thing to be able to do. It is an insane um, piece of tool, and I have done a million searches on this damn thing. I love it. I've done a bunch that I never needed to do, and I've done a bunch for, again, it's a little ebook I'm writing, or not little, I guess, but it is it getting there. It's a lot more than I was expecting. Now it's getting a lot bigger, so I'm excited to release that as it comes. But that's a story for another day. Again, not smoking this morning, guys. I got to go to the doctor's in a little bit, or not a little bit. It's going to be a couple hours, but I don't want to smell like smoke before I go out. But I am
Why does
having.
no doctors like to smell like smoke before they go to work? I mean, come on, man.
What do you call it? I just feel like they're going to tell me that, oh, everything that's wrong is because of that. And like, you can't, don't you blame, you get out of here. Get out of here, doctor. And I'm in their office, so I
Get
can't
out
tell
of
them that.
here. You
Yeah,
know what
don't.
I always notice though? They're always standing outside their office smoking a cigarette. Now that's the worst.
There's a lot of, like, yeah, nurses, doctors,
But like
is
this
like
is why you gotta bribe them with cigars because
puffing away.
you get.
Actually, I hang out with a lot of doctors at the lounges too. It's a lot of like heart surgeons and stuff. So it's like, what?
Yes, isn't it terrible? I mean, it's not terrible, but it's kind of terrible. I mean,
It's interesting. Interesting
it's
at the
almost
least.
bizarre because then it's all natural, except for the band. I highly okay. Controversial question for you: can you smoke a cigar through the wrapper without the wrapper burning? Is this a thing?
I, I want to say I've seen it, but it's because there was problem with the cigar though, because it was tunneling. So the wrapper just didn't burn at all. So they literally burnt past the band, and it didn't burn the band. I think it like maybe charred it in some spots, but the cigar itself was tunneling so bad that the outer leaves were just not burning at all. So they were basically creating a hollowed out cigar. They were burning too fast. They're puffing too quickly.
Yes, but I don't know.
I
I know that's so crazy that they can do that.
you
But
know
I've heard that there is like a contest where the cigar will burn through the band, and apparently that contest is like it's a smoking contest, so they have to let it burn through the band. Like that's part of the contest.
I've seen it a burn the band contest. So it's the fastest one to burn your band basically. So you're puffing really quickly,
That's kind
and
of horrible.
yeah, it's a very bad idea. I think it makes me sound sick every time. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Yeah. See, 505. Yep. See, Daniel knows what I'm talking about. There's one in his area too. Um, we would have one at a cigar event we used to put on once a year here in town. And the guy who hosted it would put up a prize, and everyone pitches in like 10, $20 or something. And it all go to the charity chosen by the people. And that was really cool. So it was for a good reason, but they're inhaling this cigar. It's like it's disappearing in like 2 minutes. It's ridiculous.
That sounds like my eating contest. I was
I,
trying.
I'll definitely do that before I do that for the burn the band. It's not, yeah, that's not happening.
Right? I mean, that's a much better situation. Is to just inhale the cigar. It's almost like juicing. Whenever I was reading, I was big. I'm a health freak. I don't know if I'm a freak anymore, but I'm definitely still healthy. So we're gonna go with that. But I love how they. I read the book. I read a lot of books, but one of them was pH Balance. pH. Oh gosh, the pH book. I don't know. It's by a certain doctor. He wrote like pH for cancer, pH for diabetes, pH all this stuff. And but one of the things he said is make sure that you eat your juice and drink your food. Meaning, like, if it's juiced, you kind of need to ingest it a lot slower. if it's food, you need to make sure you pulverize it with your teeth so that your body can ingest it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that I swear I've heard like an old wives' tale, like, oh, you should chew so many times before you ingest your food, and I was
Yeah,
like,
sounds like the old wives' tale that you should brush your teeth for as long as a happy birthday song. Oh my god, wait, that might be true.
I've heard that one too. Yeah, it kind of makes sense though.
They might all be true. I don't know if that's an old wives' tale, but we're gonna go with it.
I'm fine with that.
Why is
Yeah,
that an old wives' tale, anyways?
because they were very wise, but nobody knew it.
But why do they have to be old women? You know, the younger, the more maybe the more wisdom. I don't know, but is it always older people have the best wisdom? I mean, I guess that's kind of true. You know, another thing that kind of gets me off my rocker is the whole, speak or hold your peace forever. Is that what it is?
You mean at weddings, the whole
No, that's in anywhere. Like uh, speak or forever hold your peace. That's the
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Well,
Um,
if I was going to complain, that's not really peace. But I guess if I'm going to forever hold my peace, does that mean that I actually was going to be peaceful about this? Because why am I going to be bringing it up?
that's a good point. That's a solid thinking right there. Because yeah, if I'm not allowed to say what I want to say, I'm not going to be peaceful about it. You're gonna have an angry me. And so solid, solid.
And you're just going to self combust, because you're going to have all these controversial thoughts going through your head.
Oh yeah, it's gonna win out sooner or later. There's gonna be some intrusive thoughts, and someone's gonna get like, I don't know, popcorn in their tailpipe or something. I don't know. Something bad's gonna happen.
Popcorn in their tailpipe.
Boston Jimmy has done it. He can smoke through the cigar and not burn the band. The Rocky, yeah, but the Rocky Patel one, isn't that the slowest burn though? It's not so much about the getting
Yeah.
to the band. It's just who can continuously smoke their cigar without it going out for the
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, Rocky does the world's cigar contest or world championship cigar contest for sure. But he does not, and he makes that cigar obviously
Longest
genius.
period of time.
But I don't. He never asked anybody to smoke through the band. Rocky wouldn't do that because Rocky can't do that.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's part of it. But it's a really cool competition. I loved hearing about it. I thought, yeah, um, what do you call it? I was pulling for Boston Jimmy. I think he got second in that particular one. But still impressive, very impressive. Hey, Richard, how you doing? Great American morning to you.
What's up, Richard? Hell yeah.
But man, yeah, that contest is not one I'll be joining. A long ash contest I'll do, sure, because I could take my time and just be patient.
All right, so Miguel, since I have this Friday night herf going on with Carlito,
Yes.
let's say that I don't let you in. I'm kidding. Obviously, you're gonna be there. But what question would you ask Carlito?
Oh. This opens up some possibilities here. I definitely want to ask the next time we'll see him in California for Fuente Fever, maybe, because that was the first time I got to meet him, was over there. Um,
That was at
and
the Lord Puffer Cigar Lounge.
yes, actually my first time there too, because it was a fairly new lounge, but they were doing big stuff as quick as they could, and it's a beautiful spot. It really is. They just keep expanding it. It's great. But after COVID, that event just kind of went to the wayside, especially with the Grand Cathedral opening and whatnot, which is also beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Um, but we need good events like that in California too, and it was definitely a great event. I got some of his like signature brand wine, and he signed it. It was really cool. Got to sit with him and the family while they're eating dinner and stuff, and um, it was just a really great experience. The crowd, the people there were wonderful. Everyone was very generous. Wonderful cigars across the board. Great food and drinks. That's all always on point. Um, it's just yeah, it's one of those events you want to see more of. So I would definitely see like, hey, when can we get you back out in California? That would be one of the questions for sure. And then be another. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe a little more philosophical, but what is the direction of the industry? In 5 to 10. Where are we going? What trends does he like seeing versus um, what we're doing right now? What does he want to see more of? Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Now, hot seat question or personal question. What would you ask the toy maker?
Oh, okay. Then I would ask him if he'd be willing to go deep sea fishing with me. Boom. There we go.
Ah, I bet he would. He loves the sophisticated hooker.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get the boat right there. Yeah, okay. I didn't even. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I just because that's something that I've been trying to plan with my buddies for a while, and I'm like, I think he'd be a good hang for fishing. I think he'd be
Right?
one of them peoples.
I think so too. That would be quite humorous, I think. Is and wait, uh, here's a boat. And who says no to Carlito, right? I mean, and Miguel. Everybody's gonna be like, Carlito and Miguel. Of course, we're gonna take the boat out.
Let's go. Let's get out there. Yep, it's been a minute since I have been, but I miss it greatly, and I think it'd be amazing to get some more amazing people out there. So don't worry, you're invited too, Mel. Don't worry, you're invited.
Okay, just making sure. But have you ever told a tall tell fish story?
Yes, it has grown from one of my first fishing experiences in Big Bear at the lake. Me and my cousin was out there, and his best friend, I forget his name, but we're all younger, and we're screwing around, and I'm yelling at these construction guys above. They're working on the dam, and they're eating lunch. Like, hey, throw me a Ritz cracker or something, and they're being funny, like throwing them so I could try to catch it, like frisbeeing them out there, and one of them just barely out of reach, and I jump and I fall into the lake, like into my own line. So I'm like, they're laughing their ass off. I'm laughing because I thought it was funny. Um, but about 5 minutes after that, not checking my line anymore, it's just sitting there. I see the pole almost get pulled in, so I grab it and I reel up this big ass trout, and it was awesome. It was probably like a 4 or 5 pound trout, but the story is always going to be like, yeah, I was like 16 pounds easily. Yeah, 16, 20 maybe.
Right? You gotta go much bigger because
Oh,
no one knows unless they're there.
I'm the one who ate it, so they can't tell me nothing.
Oh my god. Have you ever eaten a live fish?
Live, no. Raw, sure. Like very raw, yeah.
Yeah, I've had sushi. But did you know that there's like a tuna out there that you're supposed to like take a bite out of while it's
No, that's cruel. Like I'm not like I'm not a PETA member or anything, but don't be mean to animals too. Like there was a competition in, I believe it was China, where it was the quickest to dispatch, clean, and cook a fish, and they do it so quickly that their lungs are still going up and down,
are
or
they
their
from
gills.
Seattle? My god.
It
I feel
was
like
just no, thank you.
yeah, I'm not into that either. I will see you on the next grade A sushi table.
Let's go there. No, no, Dan, no dolphin. Oh god.
Hey, dolphin
Oh
is delicious. What is that? Mahi mahi? Isn't that what mahi mahi is?
no, you legally cannot eat dolphin anywhere. I think.
What? Well, they are just cute to look at and intelligent too. They're probably more intelligent than most.
I feel like they're probably a little smarter than myself, so I don't want to do anything bad.
That's terrible. Oh my goodness.
Dolphin fish. I have not heard of this, honestly. That is going. I'm not gonna lie. Dolphin fish. I'm gonna look that up real quick. I want to see
Dolphin.
what this looks like.
Yeah. What is so? What are we talking about here? Dolphin fish. Dolphin fishing or dolphin? There is a dolphin that's a fish.
Ah, okay. No, you're right. Yeah, mahi mahi is just dolphin fish. That's all it is. That's the name. Okay. Yeah. I did not know that. I've never had mahi mahi. It's just not. I never called it a dolphin fish before. That's interesting. Learn something new every day. I'm gonna hold on to that. Why
Dolphin
do they
fish.
call it a dolphin fish though? Because
It's not a
they look
fish.
nothing alike.
I mean, a dolphin is a mammal actually. It's
No,
not.
yeah, dolphin is a mammal, so I don't know. It's a very
Probably
weird thing.
somebody in California made that up and then stuck.
Freaking Californians, bunch of jerks. That makes sense though. Yeah,
How is the weather in California actually right now?
very nice. Especially even here in Bakersfield, it's beautiful for the next like 3 4 days, and then it turns into 95. And then it gets crazy. But the coast is a wonderful. You're looking at like 70, 75 tops. The water feels pretty good, even though it's all it's all cold stream from Alaska and the water up north. So the water on the west coast is always pretty cold, comparatively speaking. But it's still absolutely beautiful to see right now. It's wonderful out there. This is the time to be in California as far as weather goes.
So you're not melting off the side of the earth. Got it.
Not yet.
We thought you guys were just frozen to us. We're like, get out of here. Can you please melt? And
Yeah, like 2.5 months ago, I was literally trapped behind a snowstorm and I couldn't go home. That's how bad it was. Yeah, after TP.
I'd be trapped. Oh, yes. I remember that. That was insane. Because it was fairly warm at TPE. It wasn't even that cold when we were there. And then all of a sudden, you guys were getting snowstorms. And I'm like, and we went from, I mean, it was still cold because we drove from Vegas down to Texas. And we stopped by all the lounges on the way down, which was really fun. But, I mean, I think it was, there's a couple of nights that it was around the 50s, which in my opinion is freezing. Like, I don't go out in anything less than 60 degrees.
I will keep that in mind just in case. It's like, the weather's gonna be 50s. Oh, Mel's not going to this. Cancel that one.
Cancel. We got to cancel that. Mel has
We
to
call
be
it.
here and it's below 60 degrees.
Actually, I remember. Yeah, Byron. Where were we at, Byron? That we were getting. I want to say it was after going to the Fuente Lounge. We were waiting on an Uber, and it was just freezing outside. And it wasn't because it was the temperature; it was like the wind was just like going right through you. It was insane.
I think that was the night that you guys went to the Ash. What is it called? Smoking.
Tap and Ash.
There you go. Tap and Ash.
Yes.
The mobile little thing because they had a mobile.
Freaking cold as hell. But actually, it felt colder there than it was when we were in the snow. Like I was fine in the snow. That wind just ruined my night. I was like, gosh dang, I got to get out of this. And it was so nice to be inside the little mobile lounge because at least there was no wind going through. Oh,
right. Yeah, that was nothing.
yeah, Daniel was there too. Yeah, tapping that place was packed, brother. It was insane.
Yes, I stayed my warm little butt back in the uh, casino. I guess we were at the was it Resort World? Resort World, who has some of the best food. It's not that it has the best food actually, but they do have some really great restaurants there, and I love the street food court. In the center there.
That's cool.
The only thing that they can't get right is ordering while you're standing up, at a kiosk. Because you can be anywhere and you can order that food from any of the places that are in that little street, food court.
Nice.
But they don't work all the time. So it's like, how can you not make this work? We have AI. You should be able to do this. You're Vegas.
If anybody should get it right, yeah, it should probably be Vegas. Yeah, actually, do you know about the MGM Dome they're building? The all they're $1 billion over budget right now.
That actually makes sense because it's been in construction for and you never see anybody working on it. Have you ever noticed that? There's always construction going on in Vegas, but if you ever look really, really closely, there's never a single person working on that building or that sidewalk or that anything. You're like,
Yeah, no hard hats, no noises coming from the building. The Sphere, yeah, Richard. There's $1 billion above budget right now, and they actually ended up selling, I want to say like 4 or 5 nightclubs from MGM to try to cover the cost. That's how bad it is right now. But it's still planning to open. I want to say they said October or September because they already have shows lined up. So there will be experiences to be had there, and apparently it's going to be amazing. So be ready, I guess. I'm looking forward to it.
yes, be ready. And then the monorail. Have you ever ridden the monorail? I just realized that that was there maybe like, I don't know, a year ago.
Yeah, no, I haven't in a while because usually I'll stay over on Fremont, and that's not a need to do that to be on the monorail, but it's convenient, and it's not doesn't cost that much if I remember correctly, and it works. I mean, if you don't want to walk in that heat of the sun, you're trying to get to. I think it's like 6 different hotels that you can get to through it, and even more than that. I think you go all the way to the convention center and whatnot. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. It's not bad.
So funny story. Last year during PCA, Jeremiah Marifel was there, and we passed each other by. And actually, I think Daniel was even in on this conversation before we went to go get lunch. And he's like, "I'm about to go get some lunch," and I was like, "Ooh, I want to join you." And so, of course, Jeremiah's like, "Absolutely." So we went to lunch, just us two, which was really nice because we could have time to catch up and chit chat. Talk about the Professor Show, which you guys should all watch every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we're walking. Jeremiah's like, "Do you mind walking?" I'm like, "Heck no, I don't mind walking. I love a good walk." So we're walking. It's hot. We're sweating. And then he just nonchalantly goes to mention, "I made Carlito do this yesterday." You are torturous. That poor man. Because Carlito doesn't just wear shorts and a t-shirt. That guy's always in,
No.
the full suit. I'm like, and of course, Jeremiah is also in the full suit. He's wearing a scarf in the middle of it.
That's very true. Oh my god.
Hilarious. But we went to the best sushi place in Vegas, which is over there in Caesar's Palace. I forget what it's called. I think it's Samba.
Ooh, very nice.
It was delicious. And of
Man.
course, I think Carlito has the owner or the manager is a big fan of Carlito, so we took him some cigars. First, to seat. That is the way to go. Just bring a couple of cigars and you never have to wait in line.
Oh, it helps a lot. Yeah. You're willing to give cigars. You don't pay for drinks that night. It's very fun. It's a nice little thing.
Right? I know. It's like cash. Cash. Cigars is as good as gold and better than cash.
I agree. Jeremiah has a scarf and trench coat at 110-degree weather. Yeah, I believe it. I 100% believe it.
He totally
That
did.
that blows my mind though. I like it
That's
gets
that's commitment right there.
it really is. It gets to 85. I'm like, I'm not wearing pants anymore. This is dumb. These are coming off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'll wear pants. But who wants me to wear pants? You know what I mean? Like, just let me.
I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see that being a good thing.
Oh, my Lord. It's too much this early in the morning.
Too craziness. All right. I'm going to let you go. We're over an hour right now. I think we're like an hour and 10. So guys, I have got to get ready for the day. This has to happen. Friggin' appointments. So I'm going to make sure I'm good to go. Mel, is there anything you want to make sure they know before we get off?
The HERF is going to be this Friday. For you that have gotten your shirts, congratulations. You're going to be in there. And just stay tuned. I'm going to be sending out the Zoom link sooner. I mean, soon. Before. But anyways, I moved it to this Friday because I have to go to a graduation on Saturday. So be sure to go to my Instagram at Lil Cisco Kid 21, and then you can look at the reels and you will see all the details.
Nice. Look forward to it, guys. That's exciting. Remember to use Mel's link for that SD DuPont. The raffle is still going on. We have a deal for the cigars, which I totally didn't even. Oh my goodness. All right. One last thing before I let you guys go. I apologize. You could get any 3 packs of Pariah cigars right now, and you're going to get 2 little gifts along with it. So you will get obviously the cigars themselves. So that's 15 sticks for $90. You're going to get 3 bonus sticks, and you're going to get entered into the raffle for free still. So if you want to get a hold of that, just message direct. That's the only thing I need you to do, because I couldn't put this all. There's no coupon code I could use to make this work. I'm sorry, I tried. But if you'd like to get a hold of it, you can absolutely do that ASAP. Get a hold of me, and we'll get them out to you as quick as we can. I am excited to see whoever wins, and I'm excited to talk to you guys more very soon. All right. But for now, I've got to go. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna miss you already. All right, people. You all have a good one. Get out of here.